Hello, Squadron. Welcome back. For those who are new, my name is Omar. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher, an ordained minister, and a skilled tarot reader. Yes, I have created these videos to cover topics related to Reiki, metaphysics, and holistic practices. Now that we have introductions out of the way, let's get to the video. Today, I will be discussing why a person's manifestation practice might not be working. Yes. This is going to be a follow-up to the video I did on active and passive manifestation practices. If you haven't gotten a chance to see that yet, do not worry. I'm going to be linking it down in the description, and it will also be an end card at the end of this video, so keep an eye out for that. But in that video, I discussed methods on how to manifest more pragmatically. I talked about in The Secret, it really doesn't give you a clear roadmap on how to do this, especially if you're very new to working with the law of attraction and creating a manifestation practice. So I go into all of that in that video. Definitely check it out. In this video, the thing that I want to really get into is talking about one of the main factors that could be working against your manifestation practice, and that is your ego. But before we can dive even deeper into that, we need to have at least a base level understanding of what the ego actually is, so that we can more clearly see how it could be sabotaging us, right? All right. So the ego can be defined as the part of the mind that mediates between the conscious and the unconscious. It is responsible for reality testing and a sense of personal identity. It is the I or self of any person, okay? Now we can look even further into how ego can be playing a part in sabotaging our manifestation practices in a couple of different ways, all right? And I'm going to also be including shadow work questions that you could be working with to better understand how this is happening in your reality or with your manifestation practices. If you're unfamiliar with what shadow work is just about you doing a form of meditation to really go inside of yourself and get the answers that you seek. Because a lot of the times we look for answers outside of ourselves when really and truthfully all of the answers that we need or seek is really inside of ourselves. So with these questions, you can either write them down in a book or a journal. You could type them up on your computer or in your phone. You can also record yourself, either your audio or through video, and then play it back to get a deeper understanding. But this is all about being honest and giving yourself the space to answer these questions, okay? All right, so the first area we're gonna explore that ego can appear to be sabotaging your manifestations is through planting seeds of doubt. Yes, going back to The Secret, one of the things that they were talking about is when you get comfortable working with the law of attraction, you will realize that you can manifest something like a new job, a house, a car, the perfect partner in the same amount of time as it would take you to manifest, let's say, I don't know, a cup of coffee. But a lot of you would say, but Omar, how am I supposed to manifest a house when it's that big, or a car, or in the same amount of time as this? Like, are you kidding me? Are you being realistic? I want you to take a moment, breathe, right? And become aware to how just something as simple as that triggered your ego, right? Your ego is the part of you that's in your mind right now trying to dissect what I said, find the fallacy, finding the impossibilities, finding how difficult that is and how improbable that is. That right there is ego in real time, okay? And that is what it is doing. It is planting those seeds so that it can reap all of those insecurities, those doubts, the belief, and the myths that are either going to sabotage your manifestations, delay them, or cause them to not even come into reality. All right? So here are two questions, two shadow work questions that you can work with to get a better understanding and a grasp on how ego is planting seeds of doubt in your life or in your manifestations. The first question is, what myths have you heard about manifestations? And your second question is, did you believe them or do you believe them? All right. And the reason for this is, if you've heard myths, obviously those myths may be living rent-free in your head and working counterproductive to what you're trying to manifest. Again, do you believe them? If you believe them, therefore you're putting energy into them to make them true. It's kind of like the idea of the self-fulfilling prophecy. Did something happen because it was supposed to happen, or did it happen because you believed it to happen? Okay? In manifestation, we have to accept responsibility that we can make a lot of things happen, whether it's positive or negative. So be mindful of that. Okay. The second area in which ego can be ruining your manifestations is through having you manifest things that you don't actually need or desire. All right. Need and desire are probably two of the strongest feelings and emotions that we have. When we talk about needs are on par with, we need shelter, we need food, we need water, we need love, we need compassion. You see what I'm saying? Like, we need money, right? Live in this world, we need money. But you get where I'm going with this. These are all needs. So because they're needs, we feel very passionately and very strongly about them. The same things can be said about desires. And I do understand that when you say desire, it has like this negative connotation. Is that how you say that word? Negative condemnation. You know what I mean. But there's a negative thought pattern behind the term desire. And really, I want you to change that and see it more as, this is about your soul's desire, right? What did your soul come into this lifetime to complete? Whether this is your soul's first time existing on earth, or maybe even the fact that you've discovered you reincarnated, right? What is something that maybe is missing out on all these past lifetimes, and why your soul keeps coming back to try again? So what is your soul's desire? What is it trying to learn? What is it trying to do in this lifetime? All right. Understanding that, working from needs and desires, it will be a lot easier for you to manifest. However, if you're manifesting from wants, again, you're going to run into that slow down, delay, total roadblock situation. And what do I mean by the difference between a need, a want, and a desire? Okay. You might need a house. You may desire to have a house in a part of the world that your soul has some unfinished business with, or it needs to go there to do work to help you on the next part of your spiritual journey. What may be having a 13-bedroom, 5-bathroom mansion with an in-ground Olympic pool, a hot tub, and a 5-car garage. I mean, really, do you need that? Is that your heart's desire, or is it a want? Because again, ego is trying to get you to set the bar so high, you're doomed to fail, right? And then it's also the logistical side of it, right? How do you maintain a house like that? How are you going to pay for a house like that? How are you going to pay for the cleaning crew that's going to have to upkeep a house like that? Because you're going to need maids. You're going to need people to detail your cars. You're going to need someone to maintain that in-ground Olympic pool. Landscaping, so on, and so on, right? Ego can be telling you to manifest something that is going to create additional problems for you in the long term. So just be aware of that. Now, the shadow work questions that you can work with to help you to identify, are you manifesting from need to desire or from want, is, what is your emotional attachment to your manifestations? Are you manifesting needs, wants, or desires? Okay. Now, the reason why I started off with emotional attachment is because being passionate about what you are manifesting is an important aspect because emotions speed up the process. So understanding how emotionally attached or invested you are to what you're trying to manifest will help you to understand how quickly or how slow something is going to come into your life. All right? And the third area, and also the last area we're going to be discussing in this video, is the ego keeps you stagnant. Ugh. I know. Ego is not a bad thing, right? Ego is based in the idea of flight, fight, freeze, and fawn. And in doing so, it is trying to keep us, the entirety of us, safe. However, to keep us safe, it will lead us towards paths or options where we could be trapped in a comfort zone, a bubble, we could be stagnant, we could, instead of going out and venturing out, we can be fearful of meeting new people, having new experiences, so on, right? That's not good. And the reason why it's not good is because change can only happen outside of our comfort zones, right? You can only get the new job if you're willing to leave the current job. You can only get that house in another country if you're willing to leave the country you currently are in. You can only find the person of your dreams if you're willing to put yourself out there and meet new people, right? Right. All right, so the shadow work question I want you to work with in this area is, are you willing to embrace change or uncertainty? Why or why not? Okay, that question again, are you willing to embrace change or uncertainty? Why or why not? I mean, technically those are two questions, but you understand where I'm going with this, all right? But yes, sadly, that's all I have to say for this video. Don't worry, more videos on manifestation are coming. So if you love this video, by all means, subscribe to the channel so that way you don't miss any content I'm coming with in the future, all right? But thank you for watching. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you're interested in my services and pricing, please check out my email listed in the description. Also, like I said with that video for the active and passive manifestations, and it'll be the end card. I already said that. But anyway, additionally, if you would like to support me, my PayPal link is also available. However, I appreciate any support, including sharing and liking my content to help me to reach more people. Until next time, I am sending you Reiki energy on your journey to heal your shadow self and embrace your true self. Namaste.